Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a slow, controlled, deep breath, filling your lungs with a feeling of resourceful relaxation. And as you exhale, release any tension in your eyelids, and with your eyes closed, just allow any feelings of tension or stress to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And I want you to scan your body from the tip of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes for any clues of tension or stress. Something as simple as a muscle that is tense when it doesn't need to be tense. Your body in a position that it doesn't need to be in right now. And even the speed of your breathing. Those shallow breaths from the chest just means that your diaphragm could be even more relaxed. So as you relax those tiny muscles in the neck, the shoulders, the chest, going down into your gut, notice how easy it is to have a deeper breath going in and elongate the breath going out, enabling you to let go of just a tiny bit more tension. And what you lose in tension, you gain in attention. The attention to the sound of my voice that enables your imagination to go on a journey. A wonderful journey where changes can take place. There are certain things in life that are rigid, and there are certain things that are fluid. And maybe your experiences involve lots of rigid rules, right and wrong, yes and no. Maybe as a child you can recall times where there was power, status, hierarchies, that even if things were wrong, they still happened a certain way. And I want you to accept the idea that when things are too rigid, they break. When things are more flexible, they move. When beliefs are rigid, they create conflict. When beliefs adapt depending on evidence and context and situation, it means that people are able to navigate the complex world around them in a more useful way. Perhaps you can create an image in your mind of the early scientists. They believed certain things, but then they tested to see if those beliefs were true. And if the evidence came back, they would constantly update their beliefs to reflect the reality as they measured and experienced it. Perhaps you can recall some people that are so rigid in their beliefs, they would never change. But the rigidity is a weakness. Holding on to a belief, even when all the evidence suggests otherwise, just means that poor quality beliefs lead to poor quality decisions, and poor quality decisions lead to detrimental consequences. So as you open your mind to the idea that there are beliefs that help and beliefs that hurt, beliefs that are empowering and beliefs that are disempowering, and different ways of thinking about things, Maybe it's time to explore what you believe about communication and conflict, and let go of the beliefs that don't serve you anymore, and evolve the beliefs that would take your life in a positive, powerful, useful direction. So use the power of your imagination to imagine standing by the side of a picturesque stream. Maybe it's surrounded by green fields, or maybe the stream is in a forest. And perhaps you could imagine that the movement of water in the stream represents time. It always flows forward. That the past is long gone, and the future is water that hasn't arrived yet. Meaning you've got all the time in the world to prepare for those things that haven't happened, and to learn from those things that have. I want you to stare into the water in the stream and to feel that wonderful feeling of flow, of movement. And perhaps you could envision the confrontations of the past as sticks floating on the top of a stream. They will float and they will pass, and in the future there will be new sticks. Nothing is so serious. It just keeps on flowing by on that stream. I want you to imagine perhaps a willow tree on the bank of that stream. That even as these things float by, the willow tree just observes, moves in the wind, but remains firm on the bank of that stream. The willow tree is flexible when it needs to be, but fundamentally stands firm there on the banks of that stream. And perhaps you could imagine that old version of you that used to get so vigilant and anxious in confrontations and heated discussions. So just imagine stepping out of that version of you and instead seeing a version of you that is cool, calm, and confident. And maybe you could imagine these intense conversations, discussions, or conflicts taking place on the bank of this river, this stream, the water continuing to flow, the willow tree being flexible in the breeze. And maybe as you see yourself in heated discussions, imagine seeing a calming, cool breeze, maintaining a serene, respectful demeanor in that version of you. That no matter how intense the person is that's communicating with you, just like the willow tree, you remain cool, calm, flexible, and composed, standing your ground but being flexible to what is said. And maybe you could imagine a gentle veil of tranquility wrapping around that version of you. That whenever that version of you steps into discussions, it acts like a force field shielding you, aiding in maintaining a composed and respectful stance. And then imagine stepping into that version of you, feeling how good it feels to feel cool, calm, and composed, empathetic, yet incredibly respectful, confident in your opinions but curious about the opinions of others. Let each breath you take in the midst of any confrontation be a reminder to remain calm, collected, absorbing, understanding, connecting to that wonderful feeling of empathy. You don't have to agree with a point of view to understand a point of view. So imagine a well of resilience deep within you, filling you with a calm authority, enabling you to stand firm with self-respect and understanding. Feel a cord of curiosity unspooling from within, guiding you to ask probing, insightful questions that bring clarity and peace into heated discussions. You can be the calm in the storm. Imagine each word you utter in confrontation is coated with respect, landing softly and encouraging a respectful exchange even in disagreement. Feeling that you have the resources to navigate through the storm of confrontation with a compass of empathy and understanding, leading towards a harbor of resolution. In each moment of conflict, envision a scale within you, like those traditional weighing scales, perfectly balanced between assertiveness and empathy, guiding your actions and words. And focus inwards as you can feel a reservoir of calm energy within, ready to be tapped whenever the waves of confrontation surge, keeping you steady and respectful. As you face disagreement, imagine yourself as that wise, ancient willow tree, unswayed by harsh winds, grounded in the roots of self-respect, reaching out with understanding. And what if you were to perceive each confrontation as a journey through a calm river or a stick floating on the surface of a beautiful stream? The movement goes smoothly on the surface, filling you with a wonderful feeling of respect and understanding. Imagine it all as game. As you successfully deal with minor disagreements and confrontations, it prepares you to get to the next level. That the journey itself prepares you for the destination. Meaning you're not avoiding confrontation, because confrontation is how you become more resilient, empathetic, and respectful. You are now respectfully seeking out the very thing you've been avoiding. As you let your mind become a garden of patience, where each confrontation is a seed that will, with the benefit of empathy and understanding, grow into a flower of resolution, or at least appreciation that people can feel and think different things. Wouldn't it be a boring world if we all believed exactly the same things? The variety of life is that disagreements are how we learn about ourselves and other people. Less about right and wrong, but the nuance of all the different shades of grey that reflect the human experience. See the space around you in moments as conflict is filled with calming blue light, wrapping around every sharp word, softening the edges, guiding towards respectful communication. And that veil, that force field, is a protective sphere of calm around you in conflict, where heated words cool down, transmuting into a respectful dialogue. And notice just how curious you can become. And perhaps you can imagine someone specific that in the past has been a source of confrontation, conflict, or criticism, and feel a surge of curiosity brimming up within you. And with each question you pose in that confrontation, feel a bridge of understanding being built, inching towards a respectful resolution or understanding. And if it gets too heated, or you feel yourself getting triggered in any way, just imagine a calming mist descending upon you in moments of disagreement, cloaking you with a cool, calm demeanor, radiating respect and understanding. Because you could feel your words in confrontation flowing smoothly like that calm stream, carrying with them the essence of respect, understanding, and curiosity. And as the tides of confrontation arise every now and then, imagine yourself as a lighthouse of calm amidst stormy seas, emitting a light of respect and assurance, guiding towards peaceful shores. So let your core be filled with a calm, cool lake of serenity. And as you look down the stream, you can see it flowing into that lake of serenity. And in that lake of serenity, you can draw patience and respect in times of confrontation, emanating a quiet strength that fosters understanding and positions you as someone that is a leader, cool and calm in conflict. People don't give responsibility to those that seem volatile or hot-headed. The leaders are the ones that can navigate the minefield of conflict, remain calm and composed in a storm, and seek genuine empathy and understanding from complex problems. So feel those resources expanding and growing inside you, creating a belief that conflict is not to be avoided. Criticism is an opportunity to learn, and that by walking towards the very things that you've been avoiding will become an opportunity to evolve, to learn, to grow. And if your unconscious mind accepts these suggestions to help you become more resilient, respectful, and confident, let me know by nodding your head. So everything that's happened up to this point has just given you wisdom. Any guilt, shame, frustrations of the past no longer serve you. So imagine by that stream you're wearing whatever clothing is suitable to bathe in the stream. Imagine wading into that stream. Surprisingly warm water, but feel that the water is washing away any triggers and patterns of the past, giving you a fresh start on which to learn and grow. And if your unconscious mind is ready to let go of anything from the past that no longer serves you, let me know by nodding your head. So as you emerge from the stream, you feel fresh and new, ready for a new start, a new chapter in the book of your life. A respectful, empathetic, curious future that enables you to exceed even your very high expectations of yourself. Feel like you're returning to the present, but taking all of these wonderful changes with you, leaving the past in the past, carrying only the wisdom of how you can be more flexible, fluid than you were before. As you return to the present, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connecting fully with the present as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting the count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.